Monday, which means it's time for another video. Sorry if you hear noise in the background, that's actually the air conditioner going, just because it's kind of hot in here, so might as well turn the air conditioner on. But I actually, not from my 976 Evil review, but my Omen review, I got a request to review a movie called Body Count, which is actually on Tubi TV. The person who requested it, they said, hey, can you review Body Count? It's on Tubi TV. And the funny thing is, I actually have that on, I did have it on my watch list on Tubi TV, just because it seemed interesting. So that's what I'm going to be reviewing today. And this is actually directed by Ruggero Deodato. If you don't know who he is, he's most well known for directing Cannibal Holocaust. He also did House on the Edge of the Park. Actually did not see House on the Edge of the Park, but I am a big fan of Cannibal Holocaust, which I know not a lot of people may not like that movie because of the animal cruelty in it, but I still enjoy the movie as a whole. But not talk about those movies, talk about Body Count, which is this came out in 1986. I don't know if the person who requested said there wasn't any releases, like DVD releases or anything in the US that it was either DVD or Blu-ray releases. This is actually a very pretty like entertaining movie. This came out in 1986, kind of like towards the end of the big slasher craze. But this is kind of like Ruggero Deodato's attempt at making like a camp slasher. So it takes place like 15 years before, kind of like how all those movies are. And these two people sneak off, they go and have, sex, because that's usually how all these movies are. And they end up getting killed, and this kid sees it, and like 15 years later, basically these kids are hanging out, just doing stupid shit, and are staying. They pick up this like military person named Ben, and he said, oh, my parents own a like campground basically, but no one ever stays there. It's basically in the middle of nowhere, so it's not very well known. And they stay there, but Ben's talking about how like this Indian shaman or shaman, I think it's shaman, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but there's a shaman. He has been killing. He was the one who killed all those people many years ago and killed many more. And if you put two and together, people start getting picked off one by one. It's kind of like a standard slasher. The kills aren't very memorable. There's one good kill, in my opinion, and it actually wasn't even by the killer. It was by trap, which Ben's dad, played by David Hess. If you don't know who David Hess is, he was in Last House on the Left. He's actually in House on the Edge of the Park too. That's all I know about David Hess. But he's in this. He kind of basically is putting up all these traps to catch a shaman. But one of the kids, he actually trips the wire and he gets impaled, which is kind of interesting. But like I said, it's not really a kill done by the killer itself. It's from a trap, but it's basically the only like entertaining kill that I liked throughout this movie. And I will be doing spoilers if you haven't, or I will be saying spoilers if you haven't seen this movie. Go check it out on Tubi. Tubi TV is a free app. Like I said before so many times, there are ads in it, but they're not they're not every 5 seconds, so you can still enjoy the movie. But the killer actually isn't the Indian shaman. Ben was the little kid in the beginning of the movie who saw the two people get killed. So he knows who killed them, but he is the one who ends up killing all these kids later on in this movie, and he actually ends up killing his mother as well. But actually no, he didn't kill his mother. His dad actually killed his mother, but he's the one who did all the killings and is responsible for all the deaths of all the people. And you don't know, like, if the shaman's real. There's like a scene right at the end, like a jump scare scene that proves that the Indian shaman is real, but you don't know because they didn't make anything after this. It's an alright movie. Honestly, it's not the best, but it kept me entertained, it kept me focused, because I know some movies that I've watched before, I just wasn't really interested in them. I kind of lost my focus with it, but this movie kept me entertained. And there's one complaint I have with this movie. I don't know if it's just the transfer that Tubi TV had, but it was very dark at times. I couldn't really figure out what the hell was going on. I saw like the knife shining, so I figured it was I saw the knife and everything, but like I couldn't really figure out some stuff because it was so dark and like grainy. But I completely understand, because if there isn't any like good copies, that could be the main cause of why it looks like that. But yeah, that's my review of Body Count from 1986, directed by Ruggero Deodato. If there's a movie you guys want me to review, comment up on this video. I know somebody requested Pieces, but actually, not Pieces, Intruder. But I've reviewed Intruder before, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But comment below on this video, let me know what movie you guys want me to review next, and I'll be sure to get to it as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys on Thursday.